Welcome viewers to this special edition of Exercise Corner, and as you know, it's fight night. The first thing I did was challenge the #1 ranked heavyweight champion of Fiji. Hey, who's Napoleon?
I'm Napoleon.
Do you want to fight or not? I'm challenging you now. And believe it or not, viewers, he accepted my challenge.
Let's do it.
And now, the hardest part of fighting, the training. And believe me, it's not as easy as it looks. You know what? Begrudgingly, I've got to tell you, this gym is absolutely awesome. Not just for boxing, but for fitness and definitely to lose weight. And then we moved on to my favorite occupation, sparring. And if you can see in the clip, I'm a shorter person than him, and the best thing for a short person is to go even shorter, because as they swing right, left, as they come through, what happens is you duck, they punch, they leave themselves open, you come back up again, boom, bang, out. That's my plan. Have a look at this.
Nice and good, guys. Good.
Go, Nick.
And then you look at my opponent. Now, I have to admit he has power. If he falls on me, he might knock me out. But he delivers very slow. So remember, when he's delivering, I'll be gone. Have a look at this.
Don't worry, Naps, it's all yours, Naps. Move, Naps, move. Easy, Naps, easy.
Now, only a few hours to go before fight time. So I'm gathering my thoughts. I'm going to do a little bit of light sparring, a little bit of a run, and then concentrate. Viewers, what you must realize is boxing is probably the hardest sport in the world. Not only do you have to be physically fit, but mentally fit. And not just that, you need to have good legs, you need to have a good stomach for taking punches, good movement, fast, heavy punch, anticipation, skill, all these things, endurance. And for example, if you break your thumb, you can't fight. If you sprain your ankle, you can't fight. If you break your finger, you can't fight. If you get a cut, you can't fight. Very, very tough sport. And I'll tell you what, I reckon 1 in 1,000 people will be suitable for this sport. So do not take this sport lightly. It's a very, very difficult sport. One very important aspect is it's all very well giving the punishment out, but you've got to be able to receive it as well. And that's the tough part. And that's when your mental mind comes into play. Very, very tough sport, believe me. At this point, this is when you're on your own. Everyone else can tell you what to do, but you are on your own. It's a very, very difficult time now. And I'll tell you what, at this point, everyone has fear. Everyone. My opponent has fear, I have fear. And let me tell you something else. Without fear, I won't fight. If I fight without fear, I know I will lose. The difference between me and other people is I've been around the greats. And when I talk about the greats, have a look at him, Muhammad Ali. But before I start with him, I'm going to tell you about the fastest heavyweight in history. His name was Floyd Patterson. Now Floyd Patterson, I asked him a question once. He has never fought another boxer smaller than him. Every single one of his opponents was bigger than him. And I asked him, how did you fight them? He said it's mental. He used to make himself feel bigger than them. And don't forget, Floyd Patterson, the fastest heavyweight in history. This man here, Muhammad Ali, the greatest heavyweight ever in the history of the sport. Mike Tyson, short, only about 5'9". Used to fight people 6'5", 6'6". Probably the hardest puncher in history. And Lennox Lewis, tall, rangy, fast, beautiful boxer. I've been around all of them, I've talked with them, I've spent time with them, and I know what it takes to win.
Viewers, and now, let's get ready to rumble.